I actually fell off a ride at Wonderland as a kid. So as your Ontario news guy and person who goes to Wonderland very frequently, I feel uniquely qualified to talk about this story. So if you haven't heard, this content creator says that her daughter almost fell off Alpen Fury because her lap bar wasn't pushed all the way down and there were so many inversions that she felt as though her child was going to slip out of her seat. So let me start with my story and then we'll move on to hers. This is Byron's Curve or something like that. We always called it the Matterhorn. This ride was decommissioned in the year 2000. In the year 1999, I fell out of it. It was a ride that basically went in a circle like that. It was really fun. And it was a two-seater. You would have the bigger person in the back and then somebody else sitting in front with a lap bar that went down on top of you. It's located across from Thunder Run, where Clockworks currently is. And I loved this ride as a kid. So I'm like 6 years old, and one day me and my sister feel very bold. We decide to raise our hands while going on this ride. And me being the little skinny twig thing that I was, flew right underneath the bar. So I gave you a little bit of clickbait. I didn't fall out of the ride. I fell into this little lap bar thing area right here. My arms went up, my skinny ass went down, and I was stuck in this little thing here. Was it traumatizing for me? No, I didn't really know what was going on. But my sister and my mother were screaming at the top of their lungs. Because from the perspective of the people watching the ride, it looked like I had fallen off the ride. Here's the thing. That ride was designed in the 1980s. Alpen Fury was designed in 2023 and 2024. It is one of the most expensive and well-tested roller coasters in North America. I do not in any way want to sound like I am dismissing her experience, because I definitely feel like the terror that she felt was real. But modern roller coasters, especially those with lap bars, are designed specifically with kids like me in mind who would slide through previous rides. The way that modern roller coaster lap bars are designed, essentially, even at the minimum amount of click, nobody who is tall enough or large enough to ride the ride should be able to fall out. In theory. That still does not mean that this wasn't a terrifying experience. And also, yes, they should have done a double check. They should have pushed down her restraints further, which they didn't do. And believe me, I have complaints about some of the employees at Wonderland. I have had some bad experiences. But my 3-year-old went on a lap bar only roller coaster at Wonderland, the Snoopy roller coaster. I trust the design process. They are designed and engineered in a way to keep people safe. And this content creator's niche is her doing dramatic retellings of stories about her child. Once again, I do not want to say that this did not happen. I am just trying to outline the facts of the story here. Now let me tell you what I would do as a content creator. She said that when they got to the end of the ride, they actually had to wait a while because the train in front of them was stalled. During that waiting period, I would have done everything in my power to get my cell phone out of my pocket and take a photo of my child in that seat for my lawyers. But I know that a lot of people and women don't carry phones on them on roller coasters at Wonderland and they put them in the storage. But there were people in other trains around her. I would have literally just said, I'll pay anybody $100, take out your phone right now, take a picture of my kid. And so I would have included that photo as evidence if I made a video. On top of that, before making a video, I would have talked to my lawyers. Because if this did happen the way that she is saying that it happened, she should be able to sue Wonderland. But she has no evidence of it because they didn't have the cameras operating on the ride and she wasn't able to take a photo of her child. Even then, if she had spoken to a lawyer, I guarantee you the lawyer would have said, do not make a video about this. And as a large content creator, I would be very wary of posting a video like that, claiming that a corporation almost killed my child without evidence. And listen, I doubt Wonderland sues her. That would obviously not go over well for them. But when you have a platform, you have a responsibility, which is why I'm making this video. I am not saying that her experience did not happen. I guarantee you that they felt unsafe. I guarantee you that she was sliding around in that ride. I guarantee you that on every inversion, her butt came off that seat, hit the lap bar, and they were freaking out. But I also believe that the rides are designed and engineered in a way to keep people safe. And I also believe that the employees did not take her seriously and probably treated her very poorly. That's a whole other conversation to have. But if that was me, and I was in that meeting with the manager, and they were like, what can we give you? What can we give you? I would have said free passes for life. Free seasons passes for life. And then I would have showed him my TikTok account and said, or I make a video about this. Because if I or my child almost died on a ride at Wonderland, you know that I'm going to be getting a free seasons pass for life. I really like Wonderland. All right, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm sure this one won't be controversial at all.